Dear student, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you? I am fine by the grace of Allah. I think you are also fine by the grace of Allah. I, Mizanur Rahman, Milestone College. Today I will take your business class. So before going to start our today's class, I want to ask some question from previous lesson. Are you ready, my dear? Yes, already you have done chapter 6, lesson 1 and 2. So I will ask question from this lesson. Question number 1. What was the growth rate of industry sector in financial year 2017 to 18? Do you know what are the percentage? Yes, 13.40%. Okay, now second question. What was the growth rate of whole and retail marketing in financial year 2017 to 18? Do you know, my dear? Yes, 7.45%. Okay, thank you, my dear, for giving the answer. Now I will start my today's class. Our class, chapter 6, lesson 3 and 4. So let's start our today's class. Okay, dear student, today we will learn of chapter 6, lesson 3. What is the lesson 3? Human resource development in Bangladesh. In lesson 3, first point we will learn human resource development. So at first you have to know what is human resource development. My dear, you know Bangladesh, lots of people live in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh is a populous country. So in this country you have to first target our population should be converted into human resource. So what is human resource? You know, a person will do when he or she will do something. There are times a human being or a person becomes an asset of the state or of the society. So when a person, he or she will do something, that time the person will become an asset for the society and for the state. But now some become resource for the society and the state by their physical labor, and some people become resource by giving innovative idea and new resource with the help of merit. So in this society people will be divided. Some people will give physical labor and some people will give their merit. So by this two way people become an asset of the society. Those who employ their merit and labor to increase production in agriculture, industry and service sectors of the country turn themselves into manpower. My dear, those who employ their merit and labor to increase production in which sector? In agriculture, industry and service sectors of the country turn themselves into manpower. Otherwise, never think about the manpower of the country. You have to give labor, physical labor, and you have to produce something. You have to produce something in agriculture sector or industry sector or service sector. Then it become a manpower. In short, of manpower is called human resource. Do you know? Yes, manpower is called human resource. Okay, human resource means to turn every unskilled person into a skilled manpower or asset. So human resource means to turn every unskilled person into skilled manpower or asset. It is possible to develop a human resource with the proper education, training, and Medicare and food. So my dear, in this para, what we have learned? First one, we have learned what is human resource. When a person can do something, then he or she will become asset of the society or and the state. Otherwise, never you can think a person will be asset of the society or state. Then we have learned when a person, by giving physical labor or by using merit, he will produce product in agriculture sector or service sector or industry sector, then he or she will become a manpower. And manpower is called human resource. So human resource means to turn every unskilled person into skilled manpower or asset. So it is possible to develop human resource with the proper education, training, and housing, Medicare, and food. So if you convert the population into human resource, at first you have to arrange proper education, training system, and Medicare and food. Now second para. Not unskilled, but only skilled human beings can contribute to the economic development of the country. Only skilled human beings can contribute to the economic development of the country, not unskilled person. So we have to make sure that every human being can have the opportunity to attain knowledge and through by the education. So you have to confirm our people, our human being can have the opportunity to attain knowledge through education. We have to develop necessary skills through education and training. Otherwise, never you can think people will be converted into human resource. You have to arrange proper education, you have to arrange training program, then people will be converted day by day a human resource. And if we have to arrange proper Medicare so that one can work according to one's skill, and therefore human resource development means to make skilled and productive human beings through training on the basis of need. Otherwise, it is quite impossible to convert the population into human resource or make the people into human resource. Now, we will know about the human resource development in Bangladesh. Now, we will know what are the position and what are the situation of human resource development in Bangladesh. At 1st January 2017, the total population of Bangladesh, do you know, is 16 crore and 27 lakh. According to the census of 2011, the population of Bangladesh was how many? Yes, 14 crore 97 lakh 72,364. And according to the last survey of labor force 2016 to 2017, of this population, only 6 crore and 35 lakh who were above 15 years had employment. Do you know? Yes. Above 15 years, people are engaged in as employment. How many people? 6 crore 35 lakh. And of the mentioned manpower, 40.6% was in agriculture and 20.4% was in industry, and 39% was in various welfare service. So among the 6 crore 35 lakh people, 40.6% in agriculture, 20.4% in industry sector, and 39% was in various welfare services. Of the total population, 4 crore 35 lakh men and 2 crore women have employment. So rest of the people, some are older people and some are under 15 years, age under 15 years. So let's, total population 2017, according to 2017, 16 crore 27 lakh. And 2011, the population was 14 crore 97 lakh 364. According to the last survey of labor force 2016 to 17, of this population only 6 crore and 35 lakh who were above 15 years had employment. Among the 40 crore 97 lakh 72,364, and 4 crore 35 lakh men and 2 crore women have employment. And rest of the people do not have employment. Why? Because rest of the people are old people and children, and those who have age under 15. This is the first para of human resource development in Bangladesh. In second para, the literacy rate of our country is increasing rapidly. Why it is increasing rapidly? Because in 2009, literacy rate of Bangladesh was only 54.8%. 2019, the literacy rate was 72.9%. That's why the literacy rate of our country is increasing rapidly. We have great problems in health, Medicare, and housing. Why? Because most of the people, they lived in rural area, they have no opportunity to get health, Medicare, and housing. As a result, it is difficult to improve skill and create employment for our large population. This is the very major problem. Some of the people cannot afford to provide food and education of their children due to poverty. As a result, they cannot become skilled in manpower rapidly. This circle is called vicious circle poverty. If we read the example below, it will be clear to us how this circle stands on the way to develop of manpower. You know, lots of the people in Bangladesh are poorer section, and among them, the people cannot afford to create job opportunities. They have no opportunities like education, training system. That's why they are going to day by day unemployment position, and they have no manpower. That's why we have getting lots of problem. As a result, they cannot become skilled manpower rapidly. So most of the people, they live in rural area, they have no opportunity like education, training, Medicare, housing. So that's why this circle is called vicious circle poverty. Now I will give example. So the example is poor people do not have sufficient food to eat. This is the first problem. Poor people do not have sufficient food to eat. This is the first problem of poor people. So they possess ill health because they have no food. That's why they are feeling ill health, and they are also establishing ill health. So they cannot work. Why they cannot work? Because they have no sufficient food and they are feeling ill health, so they cannot work properly. As a result, their income is less because they cannot work. So third point we have got, first point we have got no sufficient food. Second point we have got they are feeling ill health. Third point we have got they cannot work. Fourth point we have got less income. Next, due to less income, their saving is also less or small. Their small savings creates a small capital. As a result, investment becomes small. When there is a small investment, it cannot create new employment. So, due to lack of employment, they remain poor. Thus, the cyclic order of poverty happens. Human resource development. It is necessary to provide food security to the people of Bangladesh. To develop the condition of human resource development, we have to invest in the sectors to health, nutrition, education or vocational education. Finally, we must create employment for all. So in this paragraph, what we have learned? Vicious poverty, vicious cycle of poverty. So at first we have learned those people are poor, do not have sufficient food. So if they do not take proper food, of course they will feel ill health. So then they cannot work properly. If they do not work properly, day by day they will become less income person, and due to less income, their saving is also small. And when saving will small, that time capital will be, of course, small. So then they will not invest proper money in the business sector. So that's why they cannot create new employment. So due to lack of employment, they remain poor. Thus the cyclic order of poverty happens human resource development. So it is necessary to provide food security for the poor people so that they can work proper and they can get enough money and they can invest in the business sector, and day by day they will become a human resource. It is our duty for the people. Now lesson 4, a human development index indicators. Do you know? Yes. The labor which we cannot sell in the market is not counted in GDP, GNP, and the per capita income. Of course, the labor which we cannot sell in the market, how will you count it in GDP, GNP, and per capita income? When you will sell your labor in the market, then you can count it this labor as GDP, GNP, and per capita income. So the labor of the large population does not get a position in GNP. Of course, this creates discrimination among people. For example, the household chores done by women are not estimated. So we cannot get the real picture of GDP. On the other hand, the labor of women in household chores become worthless. So in this paragraph, what we have learned, the labor which cannot sell in the market is not counted at GDP, GNP, and per capita income. And what is the result? Of course, it will be discrimination among the people. Our women person, those are women person, they are working household works, but this works is not counted as the GDP, GNP, and per capita income. So next para, there are many different problems except the above ones. For the result, human development indicators are used to know the real condition of the people of the country. Why we are using the development indicators? You have to know the condition of the people. That's why we are using the development indicators. Here the different indicators are used to know how benevolent of the country is. Some mentionable indicators are average life expectancy, average social inequality, rate of maternal death, unemployment rate, percentage of poverty, rate of child labor, allowance to workless and helpless people. Last one, rate of early marriage, rate of early motherhood, rate of income discrimination, percentage of education, environment friendly sustainable development, etc. So in this program what we have learned, the development indicators, why it is needed, because you have to know the condition of the people of the country, and what type of indicators we are using. First one I have told you, average life expectancy, average social inequality, rate of maternal death, unemployment rate, percentage poverty, rate of the child labor, and allowance to workless and helpless people, a rate of early marriage and rate of early motherhood, and rate of income discrimination, percentage of education, and environment friendly sustainable development, etc. Then we will know about the life standard of the people. What is the life standard of the people? To know the life standard of the people of a country, we need to know some controlling indicators. Then we will tell our life is standard. If they fulfill the site, the condition, then you will tell our life is standard. They are called human development indicators, such as literacy rate of the people, admission rate of the student, their income expenditure, their living place, Medicare, food, etc. If we assemble these indicators, we can learn the standard of living of the people of the country. These indicators, when suitable for the people, then you can tell our life is standard. Now, next point, the position of Bangladesh in Human Resource Development Index. Do you know? Yes, my dear, the GDP, GNP and per capita income have increased in Bangladesh day by day. Along with this development, the government of Bangladesh spent 20% more than the budget in socio-economic sectors. For which purpose? For balanced economic development and human resource development. According to the Human Development Report of 2019, the position of Bangladesh in Human Resource Development Index 135, which was 2014 only 142. So we have developed our index. The government has introduced a national education policy 2010 in order to make skilled and capable human resource by inclusive education in all sectors, by improving the quality of education. Because Bangladesh government has target, if we educate the people, then automatically our index will be changed, our index will be developed. So by this education sector, government has tried to improve the people of the quality education. The government has made rules, appoint how many percentage? Do you know, my dear? 60% women teachers in government primary school. As a result, the percentage of women teachers day by day increased. Now 20 women teachers was 21% 1991, and now 64.9% increased. Besides, the government has given priority which portion health, nutrition, and population sectors. Consequently, birth and death rate day by day have decreased. And consequently, our birth and death rate are day by day decreased. Average life expectancy has increased. Infant and maternal mortality rate and malnutrition have decreased notably. Then the Bangladesh Thana-based survey on economic and expenditure fields is according to income rate of poverty, which was 31.5% 2010. Now 24% 2016, 24%. It was 24%, 24.3% of 16, 2010. Now it was 24.3%. On the other hand, the income based poverty rate come down 40%, and 2005 to 31.5 2010 according to survey 2019. The government has created social security net by providing a ready allowance and free food, destitute poor and distressed women, freedom fighters and handicapped people, orphans and many other people in order to bring speed in rural economy. Moreover, the government has successfully implemented the project. Do you know which project? Yes, a house, a farm. In this way, government tried to people improve the quality education, improve the quality rate of different sectors. In this way, government has tried to improve. And Bangladesh has already been recognized for achieving the Millennium Development Goals. As a result, successful implementation of above mentioned economic programs under the leadership Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. And now, in terms of per capita income, Bangladesh has become a middle income country from a low one in 2015. In 2018, it has gained the status of a developing country from a least developed country. Although per capita income, human resource index, and our economic condition for achieving any two of these three indicators to transition to developing country. So Bangladesh has already improved on this situation, on this condition. For the reason, Bangladesh will be recognized as a developing country by the United Nations 2024. So if we compare Bangladesh with some developing countries regarding Human Development Index, we will realize the authenticity of this recognition. So in lesson 3 and lesson 4, what we have learned, I want to recall. First of all, we have learned human resource. What is human resource? When a person, he or she will do something, then the person will become asset of the society or of the state. And then we have learned human resource development in Bangladesh. Then we have learned literacy rate of Bangladesh. Then we have learned vicious circle poverty. When people do not have sufficient food to eat, then the people will day by day feel ill health and they cannot work. As a result, their income also day by day less. Their also capital also will be less, so they cannot invest the business sector. So they will not create job opportunities, and they will not continue. They will not convert in manpower. So otherwise, they will not get employment. So they will day by day they will go to under poverty. So these are the lesson 3 and lesson 4. What we have learned: Human Development Index and indicators. in this lesson, what we have learned? When the labor which cannot sell in the market, never we can tell as in counted in GDP, GNP or per capita income. So the labor, a large population does not get position in GNP. So this creates discrimination among the people. For example, household works never we counted at GDP, GNP and per capita income. So this work is workless. So next we have learned how to have indicators. While using indicators, we know the condition of the people, of the society, of the country. Then we have learned position of Bangladesh human resource development. What are the position in Bangladesh of Bangladesh 2014-2019 already we have discussed. Now I want to ask some question from this lesson. Please my dear get ready. Question number 1. What was the total population of Bangladesh in 2017? Do you know my dear? Yes. Total population of Bangladesh in 2017 was 16 crore and 27 lakh. Okay, now next question. Question number 2. What was the literacy rate of Bangladesh in 2019? Do you know? Yes, 72.9%. Okay, my dear, thank you for giving the answer. Now I will give homework. Please take everybody homework. How does the vicious circle of poverty obstruct human resource development? Okay, my dear, thank you. Everybody will give the homework, your subject teacher, and everybody will learn the lesson properly. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.